Yay! All right, so hi everybody. Thanks for joining me. It's so good to see you all. Every time I jump on to do YouTube live streaming, I feel like it's always a little bit different. So there's always something new I have to connect with my streaming software. It's just crazy, but thank you for being patient and hanging in there with me. I see Shelly and Jenny and Pam. Let's see, who else is here? We got Jen. Yeah, there we go. Anne is there. All right. Yay. So sorry for a little bit of a delay. I decided that I would just pop on. It's funny because on the news and in Facebook, people started talking a lot today about how difficult it is for some people to be isolated. And there's also a lot of memes going around about if you're an introvert, like, this is your time. If you're a crafter, this is your time. Like, we've been training for this. Was that meme that I think it was Linda posted in Paper Bead Fanatics? We've been training for this, crafters. Now's our time. Uninterrupted crafting time. And it's awesome. But I was thinking about that, how isolating it can be. Hey, Bev. And I thought, but it doesn't have to be, because we have technology now that allows us to communicate with each other. So I thought I'll just pop on and do a live stream. I didn't really have much planned. I have some paper bead strips from a magazine here, and I know a lot of you in Paper Bead Fanatics have been talking about the saucer bead and having a little trouble with saucer beads. So I thought, maybe we'll just play around with saucer beads a little bit, or, just do whatever comes to mind for an hour or so and just chit-chat and spend a little time together. And maybe I'll do this a little more as this virus thing progresses and we're spending more and more time at home. Hey, Nan! I can see everybody's names now because this is running straight through YouTube instead of through Facebook, so I can see your name when you post. So yay, that's good. We had when I do live streams in the Facebook group, sometimes I can't see people's names because of the way the software works, but tonight I'll be able to see your name, so that's good. So let me flip over to the hands cam here and we'll play around, and you guys tell me what you've been doing. Tell me what's up with your life. Ask me questions if you want. Let's just chit chat and, hang out with friends and spend a little time together, since we can't do a lot of that live. Oh, here, we got to move the camera down. You got a double angle on me there. I thought I was going to have to use that camera both ways. Okay, here we go. So, these are the magazine, and I have them separated. I cut all of these in stacks. So I kind of have them separated a little bit by size. We use the thinnest ones. So these are about a 1/4 inch, I would say, at this end. And maybe like nothing at this end. Down to nothing. There's nothing I could get them on my cutter. So I'm going to start. Hey, Felicia, how are you? So we're going to do, let's see, I'm literally going off the cuff with this, you guys, because I just thought, let's go hang out. I'm going to start and do a pretty thick amount. Let's see how many this is. Because when I do cardstock, I do 12 is pretty much the biggest, but these are so much thinner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's really heavy too. That one's heavy. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. This is about 24, 25 or so. Ooh, Felicia's rolling bracelet beads. Did you guys see that last video? That was Felicia's kit there that she sent me. All right, I'm going to do about 24. Oops, let me grab my glue. Is anybody else rolling beads tonight or making jewelry? Tell me what you're making. All right, so I'm going to do about 24 of these guys. Now to choose a roller. And by the way, I ran out of the largest roller, the orange handled rollers. I'm making more as we speak to fill the orders that have come in through the sale that's going on. There's 25% off the entire store if you purchase at least $25. And that's just, again, I just wanted to help out those of you who've said, you know, I can't afford the bead rollers at full price, or if you've got kids at home and you're trying to think of stuff to do with them, you know, just to help out a little bit, no real reason. That's probably the deepest discount that I give. Maybe more at Black Friday, I don't know. But I just wanted to be able to do that for you guys. It's on until tomorrow night, midnight-ish. I may let it go a little longer, but... All right, now I got to choose a roller. So the purple, peach is the largest roller I have. Purple is the next largest. It's probably what I'm going to use. But you can see that the purple won't hold all of these. Oh, actually, it almost does. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a good portion of them forward just a little, because I can slide that in, and then I'm going to roll the rest of them right into the bead. Okay? So, here we go. You ready for this? So I'm gonna try to keep these all lined up. They're not perfect. I do not glue them together ahead of time for these saucer beads. I like it better when they can move and when I can adjust them, especially when I'm doing this little trick on the end where I'm kind of starting the bottom half a little ahead of the other half. They need to be able to shift in order to create a really nice bead. Now I'm just going to warn you, this could explode on me. Like, I am not perfect, especially when I'm doing stuff live. So just bear with me. Be kind. All right, so I'm going to go nice and slow. Oh, Bev is working on more fabric-wrapped corded baskets with paper beads. Those were pretty, by the way. And various other beads along the top edge. Nice. Very nice. I have a couple of projects that I want to do. One is a pair of shoes that I bought that I want to bead for a tutorial. And I also was thinking, I was cleaning the bedroom the other day, and I have this side lamp. And it's really boring. It's a fabric lampshade. And I'm like, you know, this would look so cute with some paper beads. I need to come up with a design and do a tutorial on it. Because why not dress up things we already have? So I can see right here I've got a little bump in the edge there. I'm going to unroll and fix that because that's going to mess up the look of the whole thing. Where is that coming from? It's coming from this right here. Okay, so the reason I have that, I'm actually going to take this whole thing off and restart. The reason that happened is because this is a perfume. I can smell it. I can smell the perfume on this. It's a perfume thing, and so those are stuck together, and there was a bump in it. So I'm going to pull this one out because that is going to mess up the whole smoothness of the entire bead. So now I got to start over again. Just kind of how things work sometimes. What else are you guys working on tonight? Is anybody going stir crazy with staying in, or are you guys glad for the I mean, not that we're glad that this is happening, but, you know, are you not bothered by staying in? Okay, I'm going to add a couple of extra layers to this because that thick one really took out, I feel like it took out some heft. So I'm going to add in a couple extra pieces. Yeah, 2 more. Oops, I'm sorry, I hit the mic. Hopefully that didn't hurt your ears too much. Hey, Aisha. Shelly Kearney, is it possible to make an egg-shaped bead? I have been working on that for Easter because I think it is possible, but I haven't quite nailed the shape yet. I've seen some tutorials about egg-shaped beads, but they're not really egg-shaped. They look like eggs because of the way they were decorated in the tutorial, but the beads themselves are just normal beads. So I have been working on trying to come up with a design that is egg-shaped. I do not have it nailed yet, and I don't know if I will. I can't promise anything, but know that I am working on it because I think that would be adorable. All right, so this is going a little better now that that bumps out. And I noticed that I'm rolling, and I don't normally do this, but I'm keeping kind of like this pinched. When you have a bunch of strips stacked, I found that if I keep my fingers here, they line up better. And then this part, the strips don't fall off the stack. You know what I'm saying? I've got a little bit of a There we go. This is the dangerous part. Okay, now when you get strips starting to fly off like this, that's your dangerous part. And so what you'll need to do is you'll need to hold with a finger here, okay? Felicia is not bothered by being in. That is awesome. Hey, Gina from Belly Beads. Glad you could join us, girl. So I'm going to put a finger right here. And then what I'm going to do now, if you see my tutorial about these saucer beads, I tell you there's a couple of ways. There is sort of the messy way, and then there is the neat way. Oh boy, and my glue, of course, is stopped up. Oh, now what do? I don't have enough hands to unstop it. Somebody help! I got it. Okay, so I'll do this the neat way. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to start by putting a little bit of glue in my strips that I have here. And I put some in between. I didn't have to do all of them, and I'm going to keep them stacked nice and neat. I've still got my hand here to keep the pressure on, but I'm going to take, so they're all stuck together now, but I'm going to take these and I'm going to, a couple at a time, and I'm just going to lay them down. Okay, then let me make sure this one gets some. Now this bead is not going to have this super thin edge that some of them do. And I gotta watch, there's one trying to bump up on me. There we go. Yeah, I don't mind staying at home either. I mean, I work from home anyway, except for when I teach. Because I do freelance contracting on occasion, and then of course my business is run from my house. And so I also teach at the local community college, so I don't have an office there or anything though. I just go in literally to teach. I'm just a part-time continuing education instructor. So I just go in when I have classes, which is nice because I don't need to have an office. I would rather be home. I'm one of those introverts that's all like, yeah, finally. Everybody else is going crazy is like my normal, right? Shelly, you're on it, man. You've got everything I'm working on. I am working on the 2-hole bead maker as well. Yes, I do have that in the works. In fact, the hubs and I went out and bought some equipment. Well, we went out 2 days ago and bought it because I was worried that the stores would close and I wouldn't be able to get it. We got it home and it was broken. It was not a happy camper. And then he had to go back last night and exchange it. Luckily, they had another one. So I am working on the 2 holes. What is there a size that you guys would like? So the 2 holes would be like it'll be a bigger handle than this, and it'll have 2 pins in it. But I've been debating on what size pins do you guys want? Do you want all the different pin sizes? With different widths, like the smaller pins with smaller widths and larger pins with larger spaces apart to do the 2-hole beads? Is that what you would like me to do? Give me some insight here, because that is probably going to be coming out soon, like very soon, if I can help it. I've got like 3 or 4 different products in the works, you guys, and I've been sick, and so I just haven't made the progress. I was sick with some headache issues and some back issues, which are actually doing a little better. And then I got like bronchitis, and I went Monday for x-rays to see if I have pneumonia. So luckily I haven't been coughing a whole lot during this live. You can hear my voice is a little rough. And then on my way to the x-ray, I got rear-ended at a red light. So there goes my back and neck. But actually, thank goodness, he was going very slow, the guy who hit me. I think his foot just slipped off the brake while he was sitting behind me, and it really didn't hurt me too well. What am I making here? I am making a saucer bead out of magazine strips. And you can see I'm doing this the very slow, painstaking way, which in my tutorial that I have on this on my channel, I call this the neat way, because I am sort of slowly laying down the strips, sort of one by one. Sometimes I'm doing 2 or 3. And you can see there, I don't have them laying down all the way. I'm sort of, oh, look, and I've got a bump. I'm sort of smoothing them down as I go. so that I can have some control and keep the edges nice and smooth. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here, is I'm just kind of slowly taking my time, putting the glue on and smoothing down each strip. Now see, that one went to the side, and that's why I'm taking my time, because if I do this too quickly and I just smear them all down, I'm gonna get them going off center, especially if you get a longer strip than what I have here. And they're really thin at the end. These ones are not super thin at the end, so I don't have that cutting edge, saucer edge. These are a little blunter, but if you have that cutting edge, you really have to lay these down carefully if you want them to look super nice. When will I catch a break, Gina? You know, I'm asking that same question, but that's okay, because, you know, I'm so blessed. Like, I'm so lucky with the life that I have. And I give my students a speech about how what most people call luck is actually when preparation meets opportunity is really luck. Hold on, I'm going to grab a wipe so I can wipe my hands. I preach that I do believe there's luck, but I think most luck is really just you're prepared and you take the opportunities when it comes, and other people see it as luck, but you know how much you really put into it. But I do feel very blessed, and there is a certain amount of luck in the life that I've managed to build, so I'm not going to complain. Well, I might complain a little. I reserve the right to complain a little, but overall I'm pretty darn happy with my life and all the wonderful people and things in it, so I'm not gonna cry too much. All right, so we're getting down to the end here. It's getting a little dry. So Shelly says, not too big, not too little. Do you want more than one size of 2-hole bead maker? Or do you just want one size? Because I can do multiple sizes of it if we think we want that. But I don't want to get, you know, a million out there for everyone to buy either. Like, if maybe I can do like a small one and a big one, and that way it kind of gives us. All right, so let's see if we can get these down. One thing that I feel really blessed at, so you guys might have seen me post in Paper Bead Fanatics on Facebook, and that's our Facebook group, by the way. If you guys aren't in that Paper Bead Fanatics Facebook group, you can head over there and join, and then you can post all your stuff for me to see, which I absolutely love seeing all your stuff. I try not to like I don't post a ton of my stuff in that group, because that's your place. I have my YouTube channel to post all my stuff, and when I do a new video, I post it in there. But like, I feel like Paper Bead Fanatics is your guys' place to shine. So I don't do a ton of posting in there of my own work. But yeah, if you guys just head over to Facebook and search Paper Bead Fanatics and request to join. There you go. All right, so this is one that is not, again, it doesn't have a super thin edge because of the way I cut the strips, but it's not so bad. So let me pull it off, and we can kind of straighten it out a little bit. This was made out of a GQ magazine, and all the edges are white, so I'm not getting a whole lot of good colors out of this. I might have to paint this one to make it look nice, I think. I don't really think it looks all that great. But this is literally, I just cut the whole magazine together. So I didn't use, you know, particular colored strips, and that could be part of the reason. So maybe we'll paint this here in a minute or do something with it. So there's one. And then let me do one out of a thicker strips. Shelly, you're up for 1 or 2 sizes? All right, good to know. Okay, so let's try doing, I'm going to use this size this time. So this is a little, I think it's, let's see, it might be about the same. Yeah, it's about the same at the top. I'm going to do it with a smaller, I'm going to pick some more colorful ones, and we're going to do it with a smaller bead roller, and we'll see how that works out. I don't know, it still may show too white. Let's do some green and some blue. Maybe that one. Oh, here's more greens.
I put the looping on infinite. How to know your friends? I put the looping on infinite.
I know you might be able to hear my son talking in the background. He's actually downstairs, but I have the door open. He's playing on Fortnite, which it's almost time for him to go get a shower. Let's all go tell him time for a shower. All the paper beading folks said, all right, these are some good colors. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
There's some good colors.
I really don't care.
All right. Let's see if we turn them around. And there's some more blues.
Look at my character.
Here, I'm going to go shut this door because I think he's talking louder and louder. I don't know how well you guys can hear it, but let me go shut the door. Oh, any suggestions how to make a paper bead look like a wood bead? That is a good question. Well, I would say definitely the paper that you're using. If you use a paper that has a wood pattern on it, that might help. I don't know though. It depends on what kind of bead you're making. That would be my first step to try. The other thing is possibly, now it depends on the paper you're going to use, you might be able to sand down the side a little bit to make it look smoother. And that could help as well. Okay, we're going to use one of the smaller, let's use red. So red is the second to smallest. I think it's 3/32. Let me get these papers out of my way. The 2-hole beads. So the 2-hole beads would be like one bead roller with 2 pins in it. And what it does is it creates sort of like a squarish bead with 2 holes in it. Like, here, hold on. I'll pull something off my shelf. I think I have, hold on, somewhere in here. Here we go. Here's my little stash of regular beads. So if you look at these little beads here, I got these from, I think, artbeads.com at some point. See how there's 2 holes in this bead? So you can do it with paper beads, but it's not going to look like a half moon like that. The 2 beads are going to be more in the thin end, and then it's going to look a little bit more like a square as it wraps around. So it just gives you sort of like that but it gives you that 2-hole bead look. So if you wanted to do a multi-strand necklace and then use a 2-hole bead to connect the 2 strands for stability, that would be what you could use a 2-hole paper bead for. Okay, let's try this again. So that'll be fun. Okay, so again, we're going to see. I don't think these are going to fit. They might fit. Okay, they fit into my red, so that's good. I don't have to do that adjustment piece. So I'm just going to, once again, try to keep them very straight. That's the trick to making this look smooth around the edges. It's honestly, I find these much easier with cardstock. If you're struggling with the saucer beads, try doing it with some cardstock, because the cardstock is thicker and it's easier to control, I think. And then once you get the hang of it, switch back to the magazine paper or the thinner papers. I just feel like it's easier with the, but then I'm the cardstock queen, right, Gina? Bye, Gina. So now this one, this is interesting. So because I'm using so many less, look at that. I'm using so many less magazine strips. This one didn't even get us to a saucer. It's getting us to a fairly round bead, which is kind of nice. I actually kind of like that. And it does look better on the edges though. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay. There we go. That's not bad at all. It's not a saucer because there's not enough thickness in the beads to make it one, but that's pretty good. I like that bead. Shelly Webb, hey, thanks for joining in. All right, I'm just gonna make some random beads. How about that? Because my whole intent for tonight was just to literally hang out with you guys and just make sure everybody's doing okay, and you know, make sure nobody's feeling too isolated by themselves at their houses. That's a big concern when we're all stuck at home, and I think we're all in different levels. I think some of you out on the West Coast are like literally under 24-hour lockdown, can't go anywhere. Here in North Carolina, we are at the point of they just closed restaurants except for pickup. You can do pickup. Schools are closed for several weeks. Most people are working from home, although, you know, I think there's some people obviously who cannot. So I feel for them being out there, but we're still allowed to freely move around if we need to, which is good. A lot of the schools are having like lunch pickups and stuff like that, so you can go get lunch for the kids if you need it. So far it's not been too bad, but it's only been a couple days. So we're hanging in there. Brenda's here. Hey, Brenda. Brenda has been posting some amazing stuff in the group and lately. Absolutely beautiful. That gold flower one that you did, Brenda, is pretty awesome. And she's saying, I passed along the hubby's info on disinfectant. Thanks for sharing. Yes. So my husband is a health inspector here in our county in North Carolina. And he also is a YouTuber. He has a drag racing channel, and so he decided that even though his channel is drag racing, that he thought he would help out some people and post how to make disinfectant that will kill the coronavirus with bleach and water, because a lot of people get it wrong. They use way more bleach than they need to. You do not need to use very much bleach in order to create a good disinfectant. And so he did a video, and he actually taught me. I had no idea how to read the bottle of bleach. I had no idea what any of that meant, and he describes it all in his video, how to read the bottle and how to understand the strength and all this stuff, which I never knew because he always did it for us. He always mixed our disinfectant, and we use this disinfectant that he does in the video. I mean, we use it around our house. We always have. And it's like I said, if you smell the bleach, it's too strong. You shouldn't be able to smell the bleach in the disinfectant. So if you want, I'll put that link in the Paper Bead Fanatics of the video he did. He just put it out this afternoon, but I thought it was pretty helpful. So thanks for passing that along, Brenda. That is awesome. The name of the fancy tool I use to help make loops for the jewelry. It is, here, I'll show it to you. It is called the One Step Looper, and this is the 1.5 millimeter, and this is the 3 millimeter. And these things are heaven sent for me because I am terrible at making loops by hand. So it's called One Step Looper. The name's not on here, but One Step Looper, and you can get them usually on Amazon. You can get them at Michael's and Joann's. They're kind of expensive, so watch for coupons. Whenever I can grab a few cheap enough, I grab them and put them on my website as well. I don't have any right now though, but occasionally I do get my hands on these wholesale, and I'm able to resell them to you guys at a lower price. Doesn't happen too much though. But yeah, so that's what these are. The One Step Looper is what they're called. All right, so there's my latest video, my latest one. There we go. All right, I feel like my wipes are drying out here because I'm getting towards the end of the pack. I think I need new wipes. Hands are getting all gluey. Yay. And Florida bars and restaurants are closed. I know, Jenny, right? We're going to have to cook. No, and we don't, I love to cook. Now, don't get me wrong. I absolutely adore cooking. But we don't cook a whole lot because we're just so busy. It's crazy. Here, I'm just going to do a small one with like, I don't know. Let me do one with these little pink ones. So we don't cook at home as much as we should, a few times a week, but now we're cooking at home every night. And I'm hoping that some good habits will come out of this. And some weight loss would be lovely. So that's the plan for us. But you know what's really good is a few weeks ago, Chase and I, we were at Walmart when they first put out the seed trays. And we just thought it would be a neat, fun little mother-son project to do some seedlings. We've never really done it before. One year I did some cuttings with our local arboretum, but that's a whole nother story. So we got a big seed tray that had, 12 by 6. So it had quite a few things in it. I think we planted 12 different things in this tray. And I had them all labeled, and I wrote down exactly what was in what in a notebook. And then my orange cat knocked it off the counter one night. Luckily, all the seedlings had been growing, and I think most of them survived. But then I didn't know what anything was. And you have no idea how much marigolds look like tomato plants when they're only an inch tall. I cannot tell the difference between the marigolds and the tomato plants. I think I'm starting to see the purple come out on the marigolds, like the purple stem. So we are going to have a lovely garden to eat from as soon as all these plants mature. And I just transplanted them over the weekend to pots outside. I'm doing mainly a container garden because in my backyard, we back up to the woods. There's not a lot of sun, and the bugs and deer will eat anything that I plant in the ground. So, and the rabbits and stuff, they will eat anything planted in the ground. So all my stuff I've had to actually plant in pots. Even like the cucumbers are in pots. I looked up how to do cucumbers in pots. And so, yeah, I have everything for a salad. So we'll see how this goes if we need it. I was like, good thing we started this, because I didn't realize this is where we were going to be. But if I run out of fresh fruits and vegetables, hopefully in the next few weeks I will have some. We'll see how this works. Chicago restaurants are closed too. Yeah, I think they're closed everywhere. I'm just, this is just, I really hope we can stop this thing, you guys. But that's why we're here. Chit-chatting with each other online, just so we don't get lonely. Someone to bead with. So I'm thinking I might try to do this. I don't think it'll be every night, but my thought is to jump on. And also, I have that other tool that I use that allows me to bring other people on with me. So maybe if I plan ahead a little better, I was kind of last minute tonight, but if I plan ahead a little better, maybe I can get some volunteers who will come on the video with me. And we can split the screen and talk and chat and do beading. Wouldn't that be fun to kind of see each other live a little bit? I think that would be a lot of fun. So think about that. If you have a computer and a good internet and in a camera and you're willing to hop on live with me and just do a little beading together, think about that. I'll be asking for some volunteers over the next week, and we'll just play around. I mean, nothing fancy, right? We're just here to just hang out and support each other, keep each other from going crazy through this time, and do some beading together, paper beading. This one's interesting. I don't know about this one. I'm sure I like how that white's coming out. I guess it's not bad. Guest celebrity. That's right. We're all celebrities in this town, man. You're all celebrities. Every one of you. I love it. You are to me. I see you guys posting all your beautiful work. Makes me so jealous sometimes. You guys do such a good job. Oh, I was going to say, so all my college classes that I teach are canceled except for one, which we're going to be able to put online, I think. It's the one that's called How to Make Money When You Don't Have a Job. But the bad thing, well, it's good and bad. You can only sign up for it if you live in North Carolina. Sorry. It's because it's a community college course. So anybody who is a resident of North Carolina can take it online with me, but not outside of North Carolina. And if you know anybody in North Carolina who is out of work or laid off, which unfortunately may be happening more than we would like to see it here, they can get that class for free. It's a $70 class, but there is a special state program. It's called Human Resources Development, and they support people who are searching for jobs. So if you are laid off, out of work, like unemployed, or what they call underemployed, which means that you make less than 200% of the federal poverty guidelines, which that all depends on like how many people are in your family. Like it's not an easy cut and dry number to give you. You can take the class for free. So I teach some classes at our local unemployment center. Those classes got canceled because they don't want people gathering, but we are moving how to make money when you don't have a job online. So I'm excited about that. Shelly, the diamond sealer is awesome. Yes, did you try the diamond glaze? Oh, it's fabulous. Love this stuff. Love it. By the way, I think there's one bottle left on my website, and you can use your 25% off on it if you buy $25 or more. I'm just saying. And I usually don't put a discount on the stuff like that I'm reselling, because I make no money off of it when there's a discount, but I did this time, just again out of the spirit of helping all of us who are stuck in our homes forever. So I think there's one bottle left online. All right, this one's good. Let me glue this sucker down. Your daughter teaches college too, and she had to move all of her classes online. Biology and human physiology. Oh, I can't imagine moving that online. I wonder if it'd be easier or harder, because you got to explain all that stuff. Does she get to do video classes? See, mine's going to be, I'm going to do live streaming video, but that's not through the college itself doesn't have it. I'm going to be doing it, through my little tools that I have, and then just pasting it in our Blackboard system and that the college uses. So I wonder, will she get to actually like tape lectures for them, or will she have to type everything? Look at these little beads. Let's use some of these wider ones. Let's go for a large one. I'm going to do a big bead. We'll do it with purple. No video, she has to do all the labs. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how you would begin at that. Okay, I'm going to make it so that pink side is out. Okay, and again on this one, I can't get all of these into the opening. So I'm going to just pull this forward a little bit, slide these ones in, and I'll just roll over the extra ones. And once they're trapped in there, they won't come loose. I mean, within reason, of course, but now this is probably not going to make a saucer because the strips are not long enough, but it is going to make a nice chunky bead, I think. That might be kind of a saucer. I don't know. Yeah, it's a little bit of a saucer, but it won't have that. It's not going to have the sharpest edge. Ooh, I can make it like a top by skewing it a little to the right. It'll be like a top bead. Let's do that. Actually, I'm going to glue it down in the center because that's easier. You can see I was almost losing control there. And then I can skew it when it's done. Shelly says, do I like... Oh, Jenny, bye. I'll see you later. Shelly says, do you like regular glue or the reptile glue? I just use regular glue. I always just use regular glue for my paper beads. I never use anything else. So, I don't know. Oh, Bev, I just saw your note. So, your university moved all classes online for the rest of the semester. Oh, Cancel the graduation ceremony. Are you going to graduate? Are you going to miss your graduation? I feel so bad for all the college seniors. And I mean, high school seniors really more than college now that I think about it. But if our school had their prom early, they had it, I think, last weekend. And it's a good thing because if it had been even 1 week later, they would not have been able to. I don't know why they have it so early. March is really early for proms. But they did have it. And the principal, school was still in session at that point. And some people were saying, oh, it's irresponsible to have the prom. And he said, look, all of these kids, whoops, look, I just let it go. It exploded on me. The principal said, look, all these kids were together all day today from 8 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon or 7 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. Why is it going to hurt for them to come back at 7 o'clock and be together until 11? They're all the same kids that breathed on each other all day anyway. I was like, he has a very good point. Why cancel their prom when, they were around each other all day anyway? So I thought that made sense. All right. So now, see, I was trying to do this a little bit of the messy way. And it's getting a little out of control on me. I should know better. All right. I'm going to get these nailed down. I want this one to go in. It's insisting on going sideways. There we go. Now I've got them straight. So now I might be able to save this bead. Or not. Yeah, see, everything's going a little bit messy on me now. It's going a little sideways. And the glue is getting really sticky too. So this bead, it may be a lost cause. I think I messed around a little too much with it while I was chit-chatting. 5 classes to complete for 2 bachelors. Nice, that's awesome. I like school too. If I didn't have a million other things I had to do, I would love to go back for a PhD, to be honest. I always imagined having a PhD. Dr. Kelly. I have no idea what I would do it in, though. Just for fun. Do they have one in handmade crafts? That would work. I could do sewing, crocheting, paper beading, jewelry making. I think I saved it. I think this is going to look okay. All right. Then I'm going to do a little bit of a cone on it. Nice. I think that'll work once it's dried and glazed. Fun foam beads. I don't think that I have used fun foam beads. Shelly the bead doctor. Fun foam is it fun foam? Like, is that the foam and then it's cut into strips? Is that what you mean, fun foam? Ooh, art therapy. That would be good too. I totally need more wet wipes. I can't get all this glue off my fingers. All right, so you guys want to see a strip I've been working on designing that's not out yet? Should I show you? Nobody's going to say no to that, right? Okay, so here's one, and I don't have the template out yet. And really, this is one you could probably do yourself, but... Da-da-da! So I did the ones before that had the rounded scallops, right? And those turned into a bead that is a lot like a bud of a flower. And so I decided to go ahead and do that same concept and do it with diamonds. And so instead of scallops, and see what it came out like. So what we have here is we have wide up here, and then they get increasingly smaller down here. So you could do this with pinking shears. You could just cut out the edge of the strip, and it probably wouldn't look too different. But this one allows you to have like a graduated diamonds. Yeah, this one's huge, right? So let's see what it looks like. So I just started playing with these to make sure the design was right. I tried a couple different things with it. I tried elongating these. I tried making these like poke out longer. I tried making them wider. And this really ended up being the nicest, oh, this is going to be too small. The nicest shape that I found. So when it rolls, it does roll similarly to the scalloped bead ones, but it gives a little bit of a sharper roll, and it also gives more chunky layers. So like this, whereas the scallop bead was smoother, this one gives you like jaggedy drop-offs. See what I'm saying? It's like they're not, it doesn't leave you with a smooth one. It almost reminds me of like flames or something. I don't know. So you guys get a sneak peek. Hopefully I will get this finished up in the next day or two and get it out there for you. I'm probably not going to wait until I get a video done. I'll probably just go ahead and put the template out, and I'll catch up with the video later. So yeah, so it is very similar to the last one, but pointy instead of round. Like that. And I don't know how much I like it, because like I said, it's got, you can kind of see the points sticking out. Maybe like almost like pine cones, it reminds me of. I don't know. So it's very different. It's a very different kind of bead. I don't know. We'll see what you guys think of it. But that's going to be my next template. Hopefully soon. It's very weird. Sorry. It just creates a weird bead. Even the small ones look weird because they're not. Look at the gap. Look at the big chunky gap in it. It's interesting. I think this would look really cool with gilded edges. Like if you dipped the edges in gold and wrapped it, I think that would look amazing. That would be a lot of work though to get those zigzags all gilded. So we'll see. Yeah, I need a different color. This is the only one I had right here. But I think it would look nice in patterned paper as well. So oh, yeah. See, and what would it look like? Let's look at this. What if we pushed it? Ooh. I bet if I did it that way more on purpose and kind of like bent in this side, we could get it to really look like one of those long pine cones. You see those here in North Carolina. Look at that. Pine cone. Nice. Oh, I love playing with stuff. Let's see. I think that's a perfume piece right there. That light blue. Let me pull some blue and dark blue. Let's pull these together. Yeah, the scallop bead one is out there, but I'll get this one out there hopefully soon. I do have a freelance deadline coming up in the next day or so, and then I should have more time. Plus, I have to make a ton of bead rollers because I'm cleaned out just about. Everybody wants bead rollers for their isolation time, apparently. And while they're cheap and on sale. There we go. Now this one's got the perfumey smell from the perfume page in the magazine. I wonder how long that'll last. Not very long, I would think. Go in. Hold on. flying at me. Okay. So we'll glue these ones down. Crocheting popcorn and making paper bead cranberries. I wanted pine cones on the string, and that would be perfect. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Pine cones. All right. I'll see, too, if I can't design one that does a better natural pine cone shape for you. I'll try to make that work. And we'll get those out for you. I want to see how you crochet popcorn. Now I'm going to have to look this up on YouTube because I started crocheting just this year. My grandmother taught me how to crochet when I was really young. And I remember she lived in this high-rise apartment, and she wouldn't teach me anything but a chain until I got really good at it. So I was chaining with, I remember this, with red yarn. I was probably 6 or 7 years old. And I let it hang out the balcony. And I chained until that chain went down like 2 or 3 floors. And I know that other people in that building were like, why is there a red yarn hanging down my balcony? But I will never forget that. And my grandmother passed away shortly after that, and when I was in 3rd grade. So that is a memory that I will just never forget. But I hadn't done a lot of crocheting. And then earlier in 2019, I was at the craft store, and I was like, you know what? Just for kicks, I need something else to relax me. I'm just gonna give it a shot. And so I've been working on it and kind of, building up my memory of crocheting anyway. And I'm doing a lot of granny squares these days. It's a free pattern on Pinterest for the popcorn. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna see how small one of these is. All right. Do a single strip bead here. This has been fun hanging out with you guys a little bit, doing a little rolling, just chilling and relaxing. I think I'll try to do this. May not be every night, but every couple nights here while we're going through this, all this quarantining, isolation stuff. Like I said, if you guys are willing to hop on camera with me, and just know you don't have to be perfect. I'm not perfect. I mess things up all the time. But we'll just hang out and chit-chat and make beads together. All right, there's my little bead. My little baby bead. That would probably look better with this green. Let's do one in green. Oh, here we go. This is going to be pretty. I'm going to use this one and use my green bead roller. Ooh, the other side. No, I like that side. Okay. Boy, distraction. Kelly gets distracted easily. Yeah, Mother's Day is coming up. Time to make gifts for the family. There we go. I should be able to start getting back into making at least one tutorial every week now that I'm not going to be running around, going a million places, trying to keep up with everything. Looking on the bright side of this isolation thing, getting all kinds of stuff done, right? Right? There we go. I like that bead. That one's cute. Oh, the end does not want to stick though. Come on, end. That one's nice. I like it. Alright guys, well, it has been fun hanging out. I'm going to go get the kiddo in the shower, try to get him to bed at a reasonable time, even though he's not getting up for school. Trying to keep him at least a little bit to schedule. So I'm going to head off. Don't forget, we've got our 25% off a purchase of 25 or more sale going on the entire shop at paperbeadrollers.com. So don't forget that's going on till tomorrow night around midnight-ish Eastern. And I'm going to try to pop on and do some more live beading just to hang out, just to say hi. And also, let me think. Oh, I'll post that the video my husband made on how to do the disinfectant the proper way that will kill the coronavirus. I will post that because it's probably better to use that if you have a bottle of bleach and water at home. It might be better to use that than to use all of your cleaners that you have. It's up to you, but it gives you a way to kind of stretch out the life of things by using a lot of water. So I will post that in Paper Bead Fanatics group on Facebook. Let me catch up. I got some messages. Bev says, thank you. It was so nice to have some time with you too. Have good luck on your test, Bev. And then Shelly, yes, we can't forget the men. Leather bead bracelet or necklace, definitely. Okay, yeah, because Father's Day is coming up too. Brenda, you take it easy too. Hope everything's going good with your family and your recoveries over there. Keep posting your beautiful work. Nan, thank you for coming. It was so nice hanging out with you. All right, guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you on Facebook, and I'll see you back here again in a night or two. All right. Bye-bye.